Hi, I'm Mallory, and if you're new here, you may know that I have Asperger's syndrome. No, you may not know that if you're new here. But if you are new here, yes, hi, I'm an Aspie, and I sometimes do live streams on like Periscope or Facebook, in my Facebook page for my YouTube channel, or I did create a Facebook group called Aspie Pride, and it's for those on the spectrum. So sometimes I live stream in there or on Twitter, which I think kind of is like through Periscope. Anyways, a while ago, maybe like a year ago, I did a live stream where I was reading from a paper. So it's not like the most perfect thing in the world, and at times I'm, as I am in these videos, I get distracted and I'm like, oh, what's that? But I was trying to stay focused, and if you see me kind of talk to a random person, it's whoever popped up on that live thingy, and I just watched it again the other day, and I think it is so good, and everything in that rings so true to how I'm currently feeling that I wanted to share it with you all. So that means I'm gonna be holding up my phone like so you can hear. I'm gonna make sure the volume on my phone is all the way up, but a heads up, you might be needing to turn the volume up on whatever device it is that you're watching this on. And please feel free to leave me any comments, questions, or suggestions that you have regarding this. I would like to make more videos like this going forward, and thank you guys for being here and watching. I really hope that you enjoy this and find it helpful. If you would like to follow me on all forms of social media, just check the description box down below. Everything is there. Come say hey. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And thanks in advance for all your love and support, and as always, till next time, keep it quirky, and without further ado, let's get into this video.
They say resilience and flexibility is the key to a happy life. Engineers build bridges and skyscrapers that sway in the wind so they don't topple. Palm trees sway and bend in hurricanes and remain standing, minus a few branches and coconuts that pass and have fallen after the storm has passed. But what if you were born with no sway, no flexibility, and lack of resiliency? Well, with all the twists and changes in any given day, that would frankly take you out. Welcome to Life with Asperger's. We are so misunderstood. People don't get it because they can't see it. I am an adult with Asperger's, and no, you don't grow out of it. Yet, somehow, the world assumes I would have by now, and it is which is pretty evident by the fact that there are no services and no supports for adults with Asperger's. It's really hard to support and rally around something that is so misunderstood. Sensory stimulation is something that a neurotypical automatically regulates without thought, energy, or pre-planning involved. They go about their day like this. Get up at 6 a.m. Hi everyone. Get up at 6 a.m., go to the train station at 7:15, and arrive in New York City at 8:30. My first client is at 9. Great, that gives me time to stop at Starbucks and get a grande mocha latte this morning. This is going to work out great. Oh, I think I'll text Scott and see if he wants to have dinner after work. Then I go out chatting with the fellow commuters, read the paper, and finish prepping for my afternoon meeting. Same scenario for an Aspie. Alarm startles me at 6 a.m. I can't believe I have have to get up. I only went to sleep at 4 a.m. Insomnia is just a part of being an Aspie. Tried everything. No cure, just live with it. Stumble out of bed and head for the shower. Oh no, the first panic attack strikes. I take a Klonopin and repeat over and over that I will be okay, when I really feel like I might die. I step in the shower and the water feels like sharp pellets, hurting my skin as it hits me. I get upset, and yes, the second a panic attack hits, I feel so nauseous I can't eat anything. I get dressed in my clothes and feel like they are constricting me. I can't breathe. I only want to rip them off. Not only do I want to rip them off, but I want to get out of my skin, my own skin. I self-talk about how I'm going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I can handle this, and it will pass. I look at the clock and realize I'm going to be late again. As I race to the train station, I feel like there's 50 pounds on my chest, 50-pound weight on my chest. So I take very slow, shallow breaths, which make me feel lightheaded, and having no food, I feel my low blood sugar start to make me dizzy. No time to fix this, just have to keep going. I see 8 people waiting at the platform for the train. As I approach, it feels like 100. I feel so claustrophobic. Oh no, I think I'm getting a migraine. I don't think I can do this. I can't get on this train, this loud, crowded train. There's no escaping the noise and the smells. The man who always eats garlic is there. The lady who wears way too much perfume is sitting right next to him. There's the lady who never wears deodorant is back. Oh, did I say that already? Sorry. Oh, no, I didn't. The lady who never wears deodorant is back. The woman whose out-of-control toddler is there with his swinging toy, and it always hits me right in the leg. I can't stand or tolerate strangers brushing up against me. It feels like an assault. There are just a tiny few sensory overload triggers wearing and exhausting me down even more. I don't have the stamina to deal with all of this with 2 hours of sleep, no food in my stomach. I have yet to even think about the workday ahead. I'm just trying to survive getting there. I cannot do this. I am overwhelmed and on overload. I start to cry and feel bad about myself. Why is it so hard? I feel defeated, abnormal, and broken. My self-esteem is taking down another notch yet again. I go home instead, retreat to my bedroom with my cat, my favorite pillow and blanket. I put on my headphones, listen to Sky McCreary until I fall asleep. I sleep for 10 hours. My mom wakes me up and says, "Good Lord, Mallory, did you ever get up this morning?" It's 6 p.m. I struggle to get out of bed and eat my first meal of the day, gluten-free chocolate chip pancakes. I'm so tired, I put my headphones back on and try to tune out the world, at least until tomorrow. I want a job. I deserve a job. I have gifts and talents to share with the world. I have something to contribute and say. If my nervous system needs 24 hours to recover after 1 day of work, how do I keep a job? Jobs don't conform to the nervous system of an Aspie. How is this going to work? So, where does this leave me? Easy. On my mom's couch, where most Aspies spend a majority of their adult life. Not acceptable. We have unique talents, like the ability to hyper-focus on an area of interest. Well, we will know more about a person, place, or thing than you can fathom. We are loyal, determined, and don't judge people. If you are important to me, I will never betray you. We accept you for who you are and don't judge you or gossip. We tell it like it is and have a tendency of being quite liberal. So don't be offended if we say to you, "You're right, that dress does make you look fat." So really, aren't those good qualities? It's kind funny to us that you neurotypicals put so much value into what others think of you. Don't you know you are perfect just the way you are? Some say we are handicapped, but by what rule do you measure this? The blind have help of the canes and seeing eye dogs. The lame have wheelchairs. The deaf have hearing aids. How do you accommodate for a nervous system that operates on overload? I don't think the answer is to sit on a couch. All the focus is on early intervention, which is great and should be in place for all the young children. My mom walked down. For all the focus is on early intervention, which is great and should be in place for all young children, but what about the adults? We have fallen through the cracks and we're tired of living there. I want to bring awareness as the needs of adults on the spectrum. This has to change. We need to extend services and tailor them to adults to continue to help support and teach coping strategies, resilience training, social skills support groups, vocational training, to name a few. I hope you all share my story on all your social media platforms. Thank you.